Hi guys, what's going on? Joy here. I'll be talking about a very polarizing fragrance today. And I have a sample here with me, official sample from the house of Tom Ford. And this is the Noir line. It's one of their flankers. I think in recent days, 2017, I think it came out. It's a very polarizing fragrance. It's called Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. Anthracite, I don't know. I heard Mark say anthracite. So this sample here, and I don't have a picture in the sample because Tom Ford does things differently. So you can check out the fragrance picture. If you Google it, if you see the, it's the thumbnail of the fragrance, whatever. So this fragrance, it's a, I'm not quite sure what I feel about it. Like still now, I gave it like a couple of wearings, and this is more like an initial impression. So here's the thing, here's the deal for me with this fragrance. I've been seeing this fragrance for a very long time, and the bottle just caught my eye. And the name anthracite, I was like, what does that mean? So basically, I wrote down what it means in case I forget. It means, hold on. Yeah, sorry guys, I forgot to bring one fragrance next to me just to give example. So yes, going back to what I was saying, anthracite basically means, I also didn't know this, it's a coal of hard variety that contains relatively pure carbon and burns with little flame or smoke. It's a dark gray color uh, to look at, right? So it looks like dark gray color. So if you see the bottle, it's very beautiful. The shape is pretty much in this shape. Tom Ford Noir bottles. This is my Tom Ford Noir Extreme. So you'll see this bottle, it's gray kind of color. It's kind of reflective like a mirror. It's almost like a, you feel like it's going to be opaque, but you can actually see through the juice. Very beautiful bottle. Any of these bottles look really good, and the combination would be like a darker gray, that kind of, it's mysterious kind of a color, and it will have a very beautiful bottle that you'll get. And this actually is considered, this fragrance considered to be their designer line. And the prices on these, I think 50 ml and 100 ml they come in. 100 ml I have seen in Bangladesh, give or take, you have to pay around 120 to $130 for a big bottle. Smaller bottles may cost you like 65 $75, around that price range. So it's not cheap. But given the fragrance how it is, so it's EDP concentration, it's very potent. And I'm just giving you some information before I go on talk about the smell. This fragrance is not for everybody. It's a very potent fragrance. It's a cold weather, intense cold weather fragrance. Cold weather means winter. I'm talking about winter. And this is a fragrance you really need to put your nose onto, get a sample, or sniff it from your friend. Do not blind buy this fragrance. That's the first thing I'll start with. So now I have this fragrance dry down here. I'm wearing a lot of fragrances today, just been testing it out because winter is creeping in. It's getting really cold outside. If you have to go, maybe in a few days you'll need a jacket or something in Bangladesh, which is very lovely. I mean, cold weather is just, you guys know my thing for cold weather. I'm like a sucker for cold weather because I live in a very hot and humid country. So when winter is here, you'll see me like this excited, right? So Mark just released his fall list. I really enjoyed that. And he talked about this. I watched his review and Steven's review. Both reviews are awesome. So yes, the dry down is, I really like the dry down a lot more than the opening. Let's spray this. The sample is like this, but there's something wrong with the spray. It doesn't really spray out all that well. Maybe it's broken or something, but it sprays like squirts, right? So let's put some of this on the paper and let's talk about it. So let's go, let's see. All the best. Oh, it just sprayed for the good luck for the, I guess, the review, right? Let's try once more. Ah, there you go. So yes, let's just go 3 small sprays. I think it equivalent to something like a, perhaps nearby a full spray of a full bottle. So yeah, let's put it back. Let that settle down. So this fragrance, it's a, I think it's classified as a peppery, sort of like a leather fragrance, and it is, I mean, I get a little bit more than just spices, okay? Spices and leather. I think if you do like fragrance in the like of polo green, I mean, I don't know if anyone has said that. I think maybe Steven said that. I don't know, but this is something on the dry down. You get a lot of elements of polo green. So if you do not like your fragrances green, leathery, and peppery, this, you just walk away. You just do not even look in this way. You can give it a try, but it might scare you off so bad. I do that to my niece, all right? She gets like, So yeah, this might scare you off. So yeah, in the likes of, also I would say, if you like Jaguar for men, but this is so synthetic, it's nowhere near as quality as this. And I would say another fragrance. This is Armaf, one of their, I think, discontinued fragrance called Evoke. I was about to put it for sale. It has a very cool sort of a lighter sort of feel to the bottle, but this fragrance I never really wore that much. It's very peppery. It has pink pepper, black pepper, huge peppery note with a lot of greenness. Very beautiful juice, but it's just not many occasions I could wear it. I'm thinking to keep it now because I am thinking for winter I might give it a wearing. It's a very long lasting fragrance. So this is known to be a clone of Clive Christiancy, which I never smelled. So I rest my case. So these are basically your peppery, polo green is a peppery, sort of like a leather combination, very rugged, a manly, outdoorsy kind of a scent. So this fragrance also, I think, is the same thing. Tom Ford took a big step. I mean, this is huge. This is like a big risk. It's a very daring, bold move, moving away from their sweet, gourmand, like a lovey-dovey, a rose oud combo, vanilla, tobacco. This is playing with danger, okay? And this is where this is like right in the middle. It's very niche-like, okay? If you are not into daring fragrance, if you don't want to take any risk, just easily call it pass, no problem. But some people's interest it will pique because it's a Tom Ford, right? Which is the case for me. I am big Tom Ford fan, even though I do not own so many Tom Fords, but I do like them. I got the Grey Vetiver today, which was one of their best sellers, one of the best fragrances ever in the vetiver category. So you see, I have occasional craving for Tom Fords. So what I get from it in the opening, I was literally like, oh, it has pepper. It has a kind of like a very strong uh, opening. It's just like it smells like some sort of charcoal being burned. It's just that sort of feeling. But I cannot put my nose onto what exactly this is. Okay, but the opening is very daring, and it can put you off right away. I'm not very big fan of the opening yet. I like a lot of openings, but this one didn't work for me. So the thing is, let me see. They say it has some sort of a bergamot freshness. I didn't get any of that. Ginger and pepper, those are their opening. So I don't know about ginger, but I definitely get a lot of pepper from this peppery opening. Then after that, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes mark, it starts getting easy on you, right? It gets easy on you. So that's when it will start getting that sort of green, polo green mixed with the leather. And it's a suede leather. It has, they say sandalwood, but I get some sort of a dry wood. I don't know what this wood is. It's not a cedar wood. There's a sandalwood, but sandalwood is sort of like a sweeter variant, more creamy, more nicer. Like mahogany woods has the woody elements. This one, it's sort of like winter wood. Like winter, the wood is not very dry, or it's kind of like dead. So this fragrance sort of like has that camouflage. Like the army, they wear the camouflage. If I can give you any picture, it smells like that. If camouflage, like army, uh, whatever they're wearing, the green, what is that, camouflage, right? Yeah. So if that had a color, I could imagine it would be like that camouflage sort of thing. It's like sort of like remind me of army in winter, right? So a lot of sort of like sniper, you have like your gear on, you have your goggles on, like those, you can see night vision and stuff. I'm imagining all this. I have another fragrance that I just wear strictly in winter. It's a clone, again, it's discontinued from off. It's Craze. So this juice I have about 20 ml left. This fragrance I only wear in winter. Very different scent. It's a clone of Pegasus by Parfums de Marly, but it's a winter heavy fragrance. And when winter is sort of like depressing, and I think it's very cold weather, and everything's gray. Imagine like a bit of smoke on the top of the chimney of each house in the village. There's like a hay stick everywhere. They're like the horses have their blankets on. Everything's very cold. I think this is a fragrance to wear in that sort of cold weather. So I'm trying to portray a picture. So if you do like that weird combination of charcoal, some sort of like cool stones, which is cold due to winter, and maybe it's snowing, and you see some dead woods lying somewhere, and then some charcoal you're making, you're just trying to stay warm. It's that kind of a fragrance. So if you like something unique, this is very unique. I never smelled anything like this before. Yes, it's like polo blue, polo green. I said that. On the dry down, it will go to that side. But for the first 1 hour, the way it plays, very daring. I think this would be great for bikers with leather jackets who are a little bit mature, like 40s. It's a very mature fragrance. I mean, if you have a mature nose, go for it. But I would say it's a mature fragrance, and it might slowly grow on you. You have to give it time. You have to really give it time. If you don't want to give it time, it's fine. But this is a truly love it or hate it fragrance. And I'm thinking like I love the dry down. Not very big fan of the opening. It's just not that wearable to me. There's no sweetness. There's no citrus. The citrus dimension is not there. Okay, honestly speaking, I don't get any citrus. So they also have some say galbanum, jasmine. I don't where they're coming from. I mean, maybe it's wrong. I to my nose, I don't get that. So basically, what I get: pepper up top, and then maybe perhaps there's a ginger, some spiciness. Then at the heart, you get like pink pepperish kind of a feel, and then you get like some charcoalish that the material they mentioned here, the anthracite thing. I never smelled that though, but it has that woody, like a charcoal sort of a feel. It's cold and it's sharp, it's green, it gets leathery, it just stays on you. I think if you're wearing a leather jacket, if you spray on it, it will smell like this for 7 days. Okay, so potency is very good. Good things, potency is very good. It's a niche quality juice. It's a very daring kind of fragrance, I would say. Similar to this, daring level would be Gucci Guilty Absolute. So if those are in your ballpark, you can give it a try. If you're a fan of Tom Ford, you can give it a try. If you're a mature nose, you can give it a try because you're open to exploring things, right? Apart from that, if you're into Blood de Chanel, if you're into Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP, boy, Savage, you are gonna get massacred if you wear this in crowd. You're not gonna like yourself. No one's gonna like you because you're not wearing this with comfort, right? So overall, this fragrance right in the middle of the street for me. Still checking. I'll wear the full sample. If I do buy the full bottle, I'll do a full on review, right? That is my initial impression on Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. This is not built for compliments. Maybe this is something you wear for yourself. If you have the personality, if you have that ruggedness about you, if you have you speak less, you ride bikes and then you don't look for people's approval. This is a ballsy scent right there. But it's a very handsome. On the dry down, it's very beautiful. I really like the dry down. It's a very beautiful scent on the dry down, right? It's much better than Polo Green, Jaguar for Men, the ones I mentioned, but ballsy scent, right? So kudos, 10 for creativity, but if I have to really give it a mark, wearability, I think it's more like a 5 to 6 because not everybody is going to be wearing this. You're going to be very unique if you wear this, right? Overall, this fragrance initial impression, with the quality and everything, overall, in my book, this is 8. For people, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because I cannot really recommend people to wear this, let's say, on Valentine's Day or your dates. Maybe your girl is not going to really dig this, right? But that's just my opinion. It's not the most important, it's just my opinion. Everybody have a nice day. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.